Okay, bro, let's check up on your injury, essentially. Tricep tendinitis. Around 2 months ago, I entered a local arm wrestling competition for the first time ever, just to test myself. That's when I injured my tricep tendon and didn't realize it immediately because it wasn't that severe. About a month of tendon kept getting flared up after just light activities that involved the tricep. I stopped training completely because I realized that keeps getting trained every other day, it won't heal. So currently I've been completely off training for 2+ months and I have no issue in daily activities, including ones that engage the triceps a little bit. But I'm definitely not healing yet because I feel the pain kinda merge in that area. I'm afraid to resume training because I won't want to lose recovery process that I had so far. I'm frustrated by how long this is taking to heal and advice on recovery. How do I gradually start from there? Laser therapy, from my experience, I'm not like educated about laser therapy. Okay, so I'm not professional at this, but it's low-key kind of useless. It's only for like rare cases of tendinitis. So why not try the usual methods instead? So why did it heal at the start when you weren't training at all, but now it's not healing? So you stopped training and the healing progressed, but then it kind of plateaued. The healing plateaus because your body is going to always do the bare minimum to survive. So if your body just needs to do this thing to survive, like if it just has to breathe, it will just breathe the minimal amount for you to survive. So your body is extremely lazy. If you go to the gym and train hard, your body will try to build the minimal amount of muscle for you to continue training and not get injured, you know? So if you hit the gym, your body building muscle is a survival instinct because it knows if you go and you lift that heavy stuff again, it might get hurt and it might not be able to lift it. So that's why it has to build more muscle. But it's not going to become extremely big. That's why you don't turn into a massive bodybuilder when you start training. You still are small. And it just starts progressing in these very, very small increments of muscle build. That's why you never go to the gym and you are just extremely jacked at the start. Well, some people have made more progress than you, but it doesn't matter. So your body did the bare minimum to recover. It no longer hurts in daily activities. Guess why? Because you were doing daily activities and it was hurting. So your body, the survival instinct was like, if this keeps hurting, and like the body says, if this keeps hurting and I don't recover it, because your brain is really old, it might think like, we might get eaten by a leopard. Like when it comes to us doing something that we need to do, we might die. And your body's like, oh shit, we can't do daily activities. We can't eat food because our elbow hurts. We must recover that elbow because our body might not be able to eat that much food. It's an example, you know. So your body must recover it. Must. In order for you to survive. That's the mindset of your body. But then, when it is basically healed, you don't need to. You don't have that need. You know, you don't have that need, that must in order to recover. Your body needs to eat. Your body needs to move around and do some activity in order to not lose muscle. But when it comes to training, your body doesn't need to train, so it doesn't want to recover it enough for you to train. This is why just staying still with your injury will never help if you want to go to the gym ever again. So every time a doctor says like you can't move it, you should let it rest. That's really good advice for somebody that isn't training. You know, like if you hurt your elbow, like a random grandma hurts her elbow and she's never planning to dip 80 kilograms, like then she doesn't need to do these advanced recovery protocols, if you know what I mean. So she just needs to let it rest. And by doing the daily activity, she's letting it rest. But she's doing the daily activity and it hurts a little bit, so it's pushing the body to recover. So what's actionable for you to do right now? How do you recover after plateauing in this recovery phase for a little while? You have to start pushing your body. So right now it's really comfortable with the minimal amount of healing that it did. But if you want the injury to heal fully, you need to tell your body like, hey bro, if you don't heal it fully, we are gonna die. Essentially. And how do you make that adaptation? You make that adaptation by training. Not insanely hard, you know. So you want to push your body. So this, it always does the bare minimum. This is the bare minimum they want to do. So you constantly need to nudge it a little further. You can't do this. You can't go and do a dip PR, because then it will, you know, like, I don't know, you need to kind of motivate your body. So you motivate someone by pushing him. So if you have a gym buddy, you have to like push him to failure, close to failure every single time, and that's how he gets hyped and gets stronger and hits PRs. But if his PR is 60 kilograms and you load up 100 kilograms on the bench and tell him like, yeah, bro, let's do it. Well, then he's going to give up completely. You know, like imagine your gym buddy tells you to dip not 2 kilograms more, but 20. Well, you probably won't hit it and you would get demotivated and maybe end up dipping less. So you need to start nudging your body and give it some adaptation. You do that in the form like the complete bare minimum is bodyweight dips. Bodyweight dips, really easy. 1 kilogram dumbbell tricep extensions. Easy. But it's harder than what you were doing before. So this is the bare minimum your body was used to doing. And this was like doing regular everyday tasks. Like doing regular everyday tasks pushed it to here, but the regular day-to-day tasks only require so much effort. Bodyweight dips is this much effort. So by doing bodyweight dips, you nudge it a little bit further. Then let's say you do cable tricep extensions. That's a little bit harder. You push it up. Then you, let's say, do some skull crushers, because there is like, you directly engage the tricep tendon, not only the tricep muscle, you engage it a lot, and also your elbows. Like, doing skull crushers is not a tricep exercise, it's an elbow exercise. And you push it a little bit further. Then you add 10 kilograms to your weighted dips and start doing them not only RPE 7 to 6, but RPE 8 to 9. Push it a little bit further. And it's just a matter of pushing it further and further and further. So I think we have an introduction call today. I will check it quickly. It's going to be your Mustafa is your name. So we have a call today at 5 p.m. my time. So yeah, I would like to discuss it more on the call. But this is essentially how you make your body adapt after you take like maybe 2 weeks of complete rest. Doing every day-to-day tasks, it hurts. And then you get good at doing the day-to-day tasks. Then you start doing bodyweight dips. It hurts. It shouldn't hurt more than a 2 or 3 out of 10 pain, but it hurts a little bit. It's uncomfortable. So it doesn't hurt, but it's uncomfortable, you know. There's a big difference. You push yourself to push your body to that slight uncomfort. And your body, like some weak motherfuckers tell you that, oh, your body is not going to be able to recover, bro. Your body must recover in order to survive. Like, your body can't just give up and not heal it, you know? Like, if your body is extremely lazy and it will do everything in its path and in its strength to keep being lazy. So if it hurts, it's like your body bringing up a fist, like to fight with you. Like, basically the laziness of your body. And if it pulls a fist, you pull a knife. I know this is a ruler. You pull a knife. And if the body pulls a gun, you pull a bigger gun. If it pulls a tank, you, I don't know, have an aircraft carrier. You know, like you must one up the body's laziness and your body's pain. Because your body's going to get comfortable with like 1 out of 10 pain is good for the body. You know, like it won't progress any further if it's 1 out of 10 pain. But if it gets to 2 or 3, it starts progressing. That's why you will never get strong by training really light. You have to train heavy. So, not get injured, push your body, but not push it way too hard as your body on the bench press. Only push it tiny bits. And let's say you have in your mind how far and how fast are you going to push it. Push it 20% more than you have in your mind. Because your body can handle more than you think. Like, there are people that don't eat for days. There are people who run for hours, run for days, like David Goggins. See that you are a runner. So there are people who can run for days. Your body can handle some brutal shit. And if it starts crying like a little baby from doing regular day-to-day tasks, that's it being lazy. So right now, it isn't about you loading up 100 kg on the dips. It's by you doing bodyweight dips, 10 kilogram dips, tricep extensions. Just pushing your body more than you did before, which before you only pushed it by day-to-day tasks.